Another Sunday and another classic WWE pay-per-view watch-along, this time Armageddon 1999. 22-year anniversary of this show today, which was also a Sunday back then. I remember watching it live, and this is pretty much the beginning of Stephanie and Triple H together on the same page as a couple, not only in storyline, but in real life. Stephanie turned heel here, and I remember it being kind of shocking. I watched this on pay-per-view. I saw Miss Kitty's little tiny pink puppies all to myself with my buddies in my living room when we looked at each other and said, did that just happen? Yeah, I think it did. I think Big Show is the champion during this pay-per-view. I remember very little about the card, so it's going to be fun to watch this again for the first time in many, many, many years. And of course, it's headlined by Triple H and Vince McMahon with Stephanie in the corner. And I forget, there's a stip in this, right? Like maybe Vince is fighting for an annulment or something like that, perhaps. And then Stephanie and Triple H embrace at the end. Great shit, great memories 22 years ago. So it should be fun to watch this one. On the Peacock, I'm going to say hi to everybody here in the chat. Make sure I can be seen and heard because I did no sound checks today. All right, we looking good. Yeah, I just had everything set up and ready to rock, so we're looking good on my end. We got some football on today. Bucks and Bills just wrapped up an overtime game. Bucks got the win there with Brady leading the way. I got Mike Evans on my fantasy team. And we've got Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers tonight. Not that crazy of a matchup. I don't think the entire country is going to be watching this one, but it is the oldest rivalry in the NFL, and we'll see if Aaron Rodgers continues to be the sole owner of the Chicago Bears. We'll find out later, but hopefully you guys will hang out with us tonight and watch some classic Attitude Era content from the WWE. Armageddon, of course, for those of you who are not with us every week and joining us just recently, we do all of this watch-along stuff on Peacock. So you got to have Peacock to follow along. Otherwise, it might be a little bit off with the timer. And you just want to follow along with the timer above my head. If I buffer, if I pause or freeze, or if you pause or freeze, the timer above my head never stops moving. So we all just match our shit to that, and we can all follow along together. If you are watching on the WWE Network or somewhere outside of Peacock, you might not match up exactly, but should still be pretty close, and you should be able to follow along just fine. If you are watching on Peacock, of course, you want to go to the WWE section and look in their pay-per-views for Armageddon, and you're going to want Season 1. This is the very first ever WWE Armageddon 1999, December 12th, 1999. So get that pulled up and get all your zeros across the bottom there. If you have to watch any ads or get through any bullshit, just do that. And we're all going to hit play together in just a little bit, and we usually do a countdown from 3, and that's how we do it. And then after that, it's just about following the timer and hanging out with us and drinking a cold one and watching some good, fun wrestling. Now I can say hi to people that are here hanging out in the chat. Hello to Justin and Jay Lambo and Tatanani. Big J is in the house. Daryl, nice to see you. Jet the Hawk, True, the Game 69. David Brown, what's up, man? Welcome back. Hey, Gerg, I hope you're doing well. I'm looking forward to watching Armageddon. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It's been a long time since I've seen it, too. Like I said, I didn't remember much about this, and whenever I do a watch-along, I try not to look at Wikipedia or look up the card results because I don't remember a lot of it, and I kind of like to watch it again for the first time. But I do know we get Chris Jericho in China. I think it's Big Show and Boss Man. I know we got Vince and Triple H, obviously, in the main event. And I forgot what the fuck else. But should be an interesting card, that's for sure. And I like watching it because, like I said, it's kind of like watching it for the first time. Would this be the pay-per-view where Stephanie hands Triple H the sledgehammer? I think it might be. I know Triple H. Well, we're gonna watch it later together, but I know he does a tease where he's gonna hit Stephanie and then he turns around and does something to Vince or whatever. But yeah, quite the swerve at the end of this one. George Morris is back. What's going on, buddy? Thank you for the $5 as always. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? Armageddon 1999, 10 out of 10. Remember watching this with my girlfriend, and that day I bought WrestleMania 2000 on N64. Be safe. That's pretty cool. I never had an N64. I stopped at Sega Genesis. That's the last modern console that I owned. But yeah, they probably have some pretty good games on some of those later consoles and stuff. And I think Armageddon 2000 was another good one the next year with that big Hell in the Cell match that I reviewed a couple of years ago that everybody raves about. So I think Armageddon 2000 might even be better than this Armageddon that we're watching here tonight. But this one is pretty significant and should be a lot to talk about. Financial Truth Academy is here. What's going on? Mixed Partial Farts. I don't know if I got you or Ben. Howard. John Lyman Brand. Raymond Frand. William. We've got Howard Starr. Trayvon. Ruben. Right on. Angie's in the house. Crush the Legend. Sweet. All right. Got a good little audience in here so far. A little handful of folks, just like always. And we'll be getting this pay-per-view started here in just a second. Yeah, Raymond, this is the pay-per-view with the Cat's Puppies, when the Cat's Puppies came out. But apparently it was intentional. I didn't know what the hell was going on. We were wondering if it was a wardrobe malfunction or what. But WWE decided to try to get away with one there. It isn't the first titty that's been shown on WWE. I'm pretty sure Miss Jacqueline or Jackie, Miss Texas, whatever you want to call her, hers kind of popped out in the Sable bikini contest. And there might have been a couple of other instances too where it's happened here or there, but this was completely intentional. And I don't even remember what it is. What is this that why does she take her stuff off? Is this a bikini contest or is this like a mud wrestling match or something? I guess we will find out. One thing is for sure, it's going to be very 1999. That's for certain. Should be a good-ass time. I've got the time on this pay-per-view, by the way, according to Peacock, 2 hours and 49 minutes and 32 seconds. That's what we got here. So if we hit play right now, we should wrap this up right at the top of the hour at 8 p.m. Pacific or 11 p.m. on the East Coast. So why don't we do that now? My cock is pulled up. Hope you guys got yours pulled up too. Get your finger on that play button. We're going to do a countdown from 3 in just a minute. And as you guys know, the way I do these is I have two computers going, so I got to double mouse this thing. And sometimes it's tricky, but I'm undefeated so far. So I just want to get my fingers queued up here on the play button and the timer. Excuse me. Right on. Okay, I think we are ready to go on my end. I'll let you guys get your fingers ready. I'm going to take a quick sip of this cold one, and then we're going to do a countdown from 3. Okay, Ruben, it's a swimming pool evening gown match. Okay, naturally. Yeah, but at least Sables were still covered up when she had them painted on. But, you know, crazy stuff, man. All right. Should be fun. Wait till we get to that swimming pool evening gown match. I don't even know who else is in that with her, to be honest. So should be fun. All right. I've got my timer ready to go. I've got my play ready to go. And we're going to do a countdown from 3. Are you all ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Yes. My undefeated streak continues. By the way, do not skip the intro if it offers you that option. We watch these things straight through just to be certain that we can watch the whole thing together. What's up, Deshaun Robinson? Perfect timing, man. We just clicked play on Armageddon. We're going to get some crazy... Oh, yeah, so this is shortly... I'm trying to think back to this time. I was at Unforgiven when Triple H won the title back in that, like, six-pack challenge thing. Vince would then win the title on, like, SmackDown. Or I think he won before, and then Triple H won it back. Is that what happened at Unforgiven? Then Triple H went into Survivor Series, correct, as champ. Dropped the belt there in the triple threat with Big Show winning it. Then would do his feud with McMahon here, and then win the belt back from Show, either at the end of 99, like late December or early 2000. I don't recall which one that was. And, of course, poor little innocent Stephanie was stuck right in the middle here with the test thing and Triple H abducting Stephanie and marrying her against her will. And Vince having to, I guess, fight for an annulment here or something. So, pretty fun shit. Armageddon. Yeah, the December pay-per-view before this was Rock Bottom, and the one before that was DX. And before that, it was In Your House. So... I have no idea what city they're in. JR will tell us here in 1 minute. See if I can recognize the city or the arena. Oh, South Florida. I wouldn't have guessed that. Fort Lauderdale? They got a building that big in Fort Lauderdale? I had no idea Fort Lauderdale even had an arena like that. Jesus. That does not seem like a regular stop of theirs. I don't recall them running this arena very often. There's no pro team there. What's going on? We are Pro Wrestling. Glad you're here in case I have a question. Ooh, 16-man tag team battle royal we're kicking things off with. Oh, Dudley's had just came in at this point. Okay. Okay. So this is going to create the number one contender to face for the tag titles at the Rumble. Which I think that was the Hardys and Dudley's match. Is that what that one was? You know, Bubba, 1999 Bubba should have used a finisher, a half cutter, half stunner, and called it the stutter. Everybody shut up and listen to what his brother Bubba has to say. Is he still stuttering at this point? Maybe he's not. Oh, he's still doing it. He wasn't even good at it. That's another thing that was annoying about that stuttering stuff in the beginning. Is it wasn't even funny, you know? Oh, it's Edge and Christian. All right. So help me out. Maybe We Are Pro Wrestling can help me out. That match, I should know this. I've reviewed the fucking show. Royal Rumble 2000, that Dudley's Hardys tables match. Was that just a tables match? Was neither team champ during that? I don't even know who the tag champs were around this time. Or the Hardys the champs going into that and Dudley's win here and that's how the match is set up? Or is I'm stupid? Wilbert Reed, good to see you, man. Thanks for the $2. Welcome to Armageddon, 1999. We got daughters turning on fathers. We got titties coming out. This is a crazy show, man. I got a Steve Blackman fan in the house. I like Steve Blackman, too. He had the personality of a fucking baked potato, but, dude, he had such a good look. They got a helicopter out there and shit. Look at that set. You got tanks, helicopters. They actually brought a helicopter in. How much do you think something like that cost? Headbangers are still in the company around this time? Cool. Neither team were champs. Outlaws were champs. Okay, thanks. So that was just a flat-out tables match. All right, Outlaws were still on top around this point. Oh, yeah, that's right, because the Hardys won the managerial services of Terry in that ladder match, I believe. Yeah, 22-year-old good mic work. Thought Terry was all right. Let's just say that. Oh, Terry's leaving them, letting them go on their own. Oh, yes. Please have Mean Street Posse win this. I loved Mean Street Posse's music. I think Pete Gas and Colt Cabana would make a fun tag team. Those sweater vests. Have they ever brought back... Oh, I'm sure they have edited out the boobies here. I don't think we're going to see any boobies here. But have they ever brought back the Mean Street Posse for an appearance? Like in modern times, like in the last 15 years? Like for a fun Raw or classic Raw or something? I have no memory of it. But I'm surprised if they're all homies with Shane that... I think Pete Gas, one of them follows me on Twitter. I think it's Pete Gas. Oh, too cool. Thank you for that, Wilbert. Outlaws were champs until No Way Out. Well, who the hell did they face at the Rumble? I guess I'm about to find out. Maybe it was the Acolytes. APA? We're giving away the results. Fucking Eric Bischoff up in here. You know, for all Brian Christopher's problems, he was so funny as Grandmaster Sexay. Me and my friends got a huge kick out of him. I used to, when he would do the dance, my favorite was when he would do the shovel. When he would come out and do the shovel, shit tickled me. Oh, here, this team's over right here. Listen to that pop. It amazes me what got over back in these days, man. Fucking pimp and sexual chocolate. I met the entire Ho train at a Waffle House in Charlotte after Raw. I don't even know the year. I think it was 1999. And all of them were eating in there together. And like an idiot, we literally turn around and say, "Are you the Hoes?" And they were like, "Yep." Not even close to being offended. They were like, "Yep, we were the Hoes." I'm like, "Well, you guys did a good job tonight." Look at Bradshaw. Here we go. No LOD 2000 in this, so they're not winning. It's got to be the APA, right? All right, Thrasher's wearing a dress. Mosh is also wearing a dress and a bra. The only one in this match decently dressed is fucking Godfather. I mean, that's what I wear when I go out. Sometimes I dress like Grandmaster Sexay. Grandmaster Sexay right now looks like Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. Edge getting beat up by a dude in a bra. Right on. Ooh, Pete Gas with a bump. Or no, that was Rodney. Oh, wow. Yeah, Mean Street Posse guy took a bump. Oh, he's getting back into the ring. Oh, yeah, here comes Joey Abs. Or is that who it is, Joey Abs? Yeah. Look at the Mean Street Posse acting like they're the Killer Bees or something. They ain't Demolition. I think Godfather had multiple partnerships with dudes. Up, Joey Abs, he's going to get under the ring too, isn't he? And now Pete Gas, or what? I keep calling him Pete Gas. Rodney's back in there. Sorry, I'm texting my sister about Christmas right now. She needs details right this very minute. What time are you coming over? Sending the posse back to their locker room. What is Thrasher wearing? I don't know if you can really thrash in that. Remember Kai and Tai? I was in my 20s. Of course I remember Kai and Tai. They were the best. I think they're the reason why Val Venus turned into such a fucking raging douchebag in his old age, because they cut his cock off. He's been a little grumpy about it ever since. Oh, my God. The Headbangers can go take a shower. I don't think they're going to, JR. I think the shower is the last thing on their mind. I'm buffering for real? Maybe I'm buffering with you. Connection is strong on my end. Oh, I am buffering. Shit. You're right, I am. Shit. Are we on or no? Am I back up yet? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay. Just says my stream status is poor. I got to figure out how to get it to not be poor while this battle royal goes on. I apologize, guys, if you're dealing with buffering. I don't know how to rectify this. All right. Well, it looks like I'm up. It's just I'm buffering a bit. I'm going to try to get this worked on, guys. I apologize. Okay, yeah, I'm still on. My streaming just says, I've never seen this before. It just says my stream status has gone from excellent to poor, so it's warning me that you guys might have some buffering, but this should straighten itself out. I have no idea why it would do this, but anyway, we're working. Just until the stream gets back normal, it might be hard to follow along. Hopefully just by the time this match is over. Huh, maybe it was my phone that did it. Huh, could be. I don't think it was. All right, so I'm trying to see who's the last teams in here. We got the Dudleys, APA, and Hardys in there. Okay, we're smooth now. That's good to know because my YouTube is still telling me we're not smooth, but I'm glad we're looking good. Yeah, I've got myself pulled up here. Looks like I'm a full minute behind on the YouTube, but timer's still running, so we'll deal with it. Thanks, guys. Okay, so since these are the last three teams, something tells me that the Dudleys and the Hardys are going to have an issue. That might lead to their tables match. And APA goes on to challenge for the titles. Oh, okay. My stream just got green over here. I bet you we're going to start picking up better here in a minute. Yeah, I got dial up in here. Kind of a reverse 3D. Oh, wow. And Devon is out. All right, so watch. Now the Dudleys are going to illegally eliminate the Hardys, right? Or something. Well, I guess buffering is better than having it completely shut off like that. At one time, what a fucking moonsault by Jeff. It was basically a split-legged moonsault without doing the split leg. Nope, all right. I thought the Dudleys were going to stick around and cost the Hardys, but... Oh! What happens there? They fucked that up. They really did look like that was pretty close. I wonder if Matt was not supposed to... I don't know if this is an audible or what the fuck. So it looks like Corderas is trying to explain to Matt. All right, here's what we're going to have to do. I was about to say, I don't understand why Matt's not back in there yet. Now he is. Oh, there goes Farouk. Oh, and of course the ref doesn't see it. There's only one referee for this Battle Royal. Twist of fate to JBL. We got to get these Hardy Boys out of here. Look at this. Now another one. No, he'll stay on the apron. Oh, wow. Look at Bradshaw hanging on. Look at Bradshaw hanging on. Ooh, big spine buster to Jeff. There he goes. Oh. Oh, wow. Big finish there. Jeff didn't even touch the top rope, and he got eliminated. Crazy. Oh, Teddy Long was out there earlier. I think he left to get the Dudley Boys out of there or something. Who knows? Oh, there we go again with this red shit. I was just about to say, my YouTube just said I'm back to excellent connection again, and now it's telling me more buffering. So, anywho. What is going on with my internet? All right, internet is just being funny tonight. You know what? I'm going to turn off my TV. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Back green again. We should be up. So sorry about this, guys. Hopefully it'll just smooth out by the time we get into anything good here on the pay-per-view. I don't know if they were calling it the Twist of Fate yet, to be honest. All right, according to what I see here, we should be up and okay, at least for right now. And it's weird, too, because during none of this have I lost my stream feed to Armageddon. So it's not the internet. It's just my streaming. Something's wrong with my streaming.
I am still undefeated here in the World Wrestling Federation. Last Thursday night, Steve Blackman was fully responsible for the loss we suffered against the Dudleys.
Oh, yeah, I got to get to those super chats, Spaz. I'm going to get to them. Sorry.
And very few of us reach that pinnacle of success, that level of intensity where I am. I mean, my Olympic gold speaks for itself.
I'll read that in 1 second. I just want to make sure we're okay here.
Response from the fans out there all around the country. But I know here in Southern Florida, they will appreciate my gold medal. They will appreciate my past accomplishments. And I know they will appreciate a true American hero.
We're missing Kurt Angle's interview all because of this crappy internet. Or not crappy internet, crappy streaming. Part of me wants to refresh this. I'm just scared to. All right, here comes Kurt Angle. I know, Trayvon, that's coming in January. We're going to be doing a bunch of watch-alongs, provided YouTube isn't an asshole. Angle had just gotten there. Oh, he's facing Blackman? Awesome. All right, I think we're all right, at least for right now. Stream says we're okay, but I apologize for the weirdness tonight. All right, we got Blackman and Kurt Angle here. Let me knock out some of these super chats that were coming in earlier. I apologize for the distraction, but Spaz Phoenix had 10 earlier on. What's up, Greg? Hey, Greg in the chat. Hope everyone was well. We got day one. Winter is coming. The Rumble, etc. on the horizon, but Impact's Hard to Kill show card is sneaking up on the radar as a pretty decent show, too. A lot of good wrestling. Fucking Final Battle, Ring of Honor last night was quite good from what I saw. So a lot of good wrestling out there. Spaz is 100% correct. You got 5 more earlier. I don't know how many super chats I've sent, but is it enough to request a piece on Heroes of Wrestling, December to Dismember, or Great American Bash 1991? I'm not a masochist, but I might be able to do one of those. I think so, just for fun. We'll see. A lot of people ask for the Heroes of Wrestling. And Population 420, welcome back and good to see you. You turned 29 on the 18th. Is that old? Almost. One more year, you're 30. Then shit starts getting real. But yeah, no, you're still a very, very young man and good to see you. And thanks for the $2. And I did see that the Cowboys won. I benched Dax and start in favor of Matthew Stafford. I think I made the right choice because he didn't put up huge numbers today. All right. YouTube tells me excellent connection. OBS tells me excellent connection. Everything looks fine. I apologize for the weird buffering. That's why we have the timer. Oof. Angle missed. Look at he's only been on TV a month. Dude's already hitting that moonsault or going for that moonsault. What is fucking bow and arrow? Damn it. It's doing it again. Can't get over how huge that building is in Fort Lauderdale. Crush, I think I like Armageddon 99. If YouTube will let us watch it together. I haven't seen it in many, many years, though. I kind of just know the basics of what happened, so. So good to see Timmy White. Remember the 3 eyes. Boring. Oh, this crowd. What a bunch of assholes. Boy, they wouldn't be chanting boring for long when it came to Kurt Angle. He'd be a double champion here in just a couple of months, man. Taz would beat him, what, next month at the Rumble. And then after that, he'd become IC and European champ. Wow, Daniel, these are your early days, huh, of watching wrestling? Yeah, by this point, I was pretty balls in, man. I was at 3 pay-per-views this year alone. All right, excellent connection again. We'll see how long that lasts. Till it turns red on me again. Spaz, 10 more from you. Thanks, dude. Women that need to hold gold next year. Toni Storm, Liv Morgan, Shotzi, Ruby, Chris, and Ty Conti. Yeah. You can also, are you serious? You can also now buy Bianca Belair's ponytail on WWE Shop. That's weird shit, man. That is some weird shit. Who the fuck, why would, I mean, I'd look good with it if I put it on, but not everybody would look as fly as me, so I don't know why you would even sell something like that. But I agree with you on all those ladies, though. Toni, Liv, Shotzi, Ruby, and Statlander's gotten so much better. I think Ty Conti has done really well moving from NXT to AEW and Liv's bubbling. Tony Storm's throwing pies in Charlotte's face. And Shotzi, it seems like WWE wants to push and do stuff with, and then they just stop. So it's all up to WWE, I guess, at that with those ladies. Angle sucks. Crowd does not like him. Think about it. We are, what, a month away from the Radicals coming in? Happened in January on Raw, right? Ooh. Oof. I apologize for those of you who are coming back after our little buffering issues. It may still happen. My stream connection just keeps going in and out from excellent to poor for some reason. It's not a problem we have often here on the channel. Jade Cargill is ready. From a physical appearance standpoint, she's ready. She should be a huge star, though. I wasn't sure if I liked Kurt Angle right at this point. I mean, I knew he was good and stuff, but you couldn't see the greatness of Kurt Angle yet. It didn't happen until a few months later, maybe mid-2000, when you're like, holy shit. But WWE obviously saw it because they were belting him up almost immediately. And then he dropped both of them at Mania to Jericho and Benoit. And that's it. And he beat Blackman. The wrestler beats the martial artist. Look, I like it. He would always do that in his early days. He would celebrate every victory like he won the title at WrestleMania. The fans just didn't get it yet. It just took them a while to kind of get used to what Kurt Angle was and what his personality is and shit. And he's so just cluelessly delusional, which is what made it so fucking hilarious. He just wore out Angle with the nunchucks. Huh. Poor Angle. He never got hit with nunchucks in the Olympics. I don't know which lady this is. I got to go to the back. Oh, Moolah and May are a part of this, too. And there's the swimming pool. Ivory bumped into the pool. Mae Young's music cracked me up. Oh, is this BB? I forgot about BB. I was in the audience, I think, like the first time she appeared. When she was like an EMT. I remember being at some show, it was either pay-per-view or a Raw, where she came down and the crowd, you know, were all hooting and the cat calling her and stuff. And that was before she had kind of came out as a new woman they were going to use. Oh my God, Michael Cole. Look how idiotic he looks. Greg Norman in the house. Nice. He looks good there. Yeah, BB, I don't even know how long she was around. She came in as an EMT, and then they used her a few times. I know she was in a Royal Rumble bikini contest, too, along with Mae Young. But she never got in the ring from what I know or what I remember. Jade Cargill is Ryback. Kind of. She blocked me on Twitter, which is kind of funny. Thanks for 2 more, Spaz. Oh, I was like, Chyna's in this? I forgot. I forgot she was like Chyna's mini-me. I had forgotten about that. You know who I always thought Miss Kitty looked like? or who looks like Miss Kitty was first time I ever saw Candice LeRae. I had to do a double take. I'm like, she looks just like Stacey Carter. I had to look really closely, and then I'm like, okay, that's not her, but damn, she does like a young Candice LeRae, like from the Indies. Like first time I ever saw a photo of her, I really thought that Stacey Carter hadn't aged. BB is married to Hardcore Holly? No shit. I never knew that. Or maybe I did. Maybe I did. Jacqueline, she's always in these. Hey, Sable. So what is this again? A food pillow evening gown polo fight? Or it's evening gown Marco Polo? I forgot. Oh, they're already. Oh. How in the world? Jackie, you could have whooped the Miss Kitty's ass. Oh, here comes BB. I can see Bob going for someone like BB. Just Bob Holly the way he is. A southern no-nonsense bully. He probably needs the big things and the big everything. He probably needs that. Oh, I'm sure Peacock's going to cut that out. I don't think. Don't expect to see anything too exciting here. Oh, they're all in the pool already before the entrances are even done. Ivory is coming out. The ladies' title is at stake. Jesus Christ. So what are the rules here? Oh, yeah, it's an evening gown match. So you got to tear off the evening gown in the pool. Okay. That is hysterical. All right, ain't going to be a day at the beach. I just remember what Miss Kitty does, but I don't have no idea who wins this match. Does she win? She's not the women's champion, is she? This is ridiculous. Oh, Jackie's losing her. They're splashing each other. Like, this is the Attitude Era. How many wrestlers do you think ribbed these girls by going and pissing in that pool? If Kurt Hennig was there, there'd be a Baby Ruth floating in that thing, I'll tell you that. Ooh. Jacqueline is down to her bra and panties. I think that means she's out. Yeah, be careful, Jackie. You are really getting close there. What are we watching, y'all? This is the craziest shit. Look at these like little kids right in front of them. Oh, she's drowning her? Look at Moolah and May just taking it all in. Oh, I'm sure the network edited it too. I have the original footage. I have the DVD taped, recorded right from TV. BB is kind of buoyant, says JR. Oh, BB's out. I mean, they should have named her something else, like make her first and last name start with a D. That way she could be DD, double D. Or she's probably more than that, actually. Oh, uh-oh. Ivory's trying to get that off. It's okay. Those are hard to get off, Ivory. You got to know what you're doing. Oh, thank you for reminding me of that, We Are Pro Wrestling. Boo, BB's leaving without them getting what they want. I know. Jerry Lawler is out of his mind. He's literally having a heart attack over there. Look at all that plastic they've got. Oh, she's ripping it off. They can't go underwater and call spots to each other. Yeah, Russo had just departed for WCW with Ferrara 2 months earlier. Oh, my God. So she did win. She beat Ivory. Look at her going, yeah. Women's title changed hands in a swimming pool. Now, what do they do here? Do they go through the whole thing and, like, they just blur her, or do they just cut out the whole entire segment? I guess we'll find out. Oh, they kept it in the commercial release? Well, I mean, if they rate the DVD for adults or the tape, listen to her little southern accent. You came here to see me get naked. Oh, they made her wear underwear. Me too, man. I hate when they do it. My job, they're always like, Greg, wear underwear. And I'm like, come on, man. I don't want to. All right, here she goes. Jerry Lawler. Oh, she jumped in the water. Yeah, we'll see if they blur her or not. Pretty crazy. I think they just tried to get away with this. Like, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, and they tried to get it. Oh, there it is. And Slaughter was right there. Slaughter's even kind of laughing a little bit. The fans went nuts. We lost our minds when we were watching this in my living room on pay-per-view. We were like, what the fuck? Did that really just happen? I'm like, they finally did it. Oh, good. May's going to do it too. Not to be left out. If May takes off her goods, the crowd is going to be harder than that gun sticking out from that tank. Yes. Yes. Crowd's loving it. Oh, God. Ugh. I have this sudden urge to iron everything in sight. You gotta love May. She just had a good old time. I don't think Jerry was pissed if she flashed the crowd. I don't think really anything offends Jerry Lawler sexually. If you look up pervert in the dictionary, it's a picture of Jerry Lawler holding a picture of himself. Rikishi, they were still calling him Rikishi Fatu back then. Yeah, Miss Kitty had a jump on Janet Jackson. It would take Janet Jackson like 3 more years to pull her little chocolate chip out for the whole world. I remember watching that too with the same exact reaction to Miss Kitty. I had a Super Bowl party at my house. Me and my roommate did. And when it happened, because we're all kind of talking, it's a halftime show, nobody's paying attention. And when Timberlake pulls the thing down, we all caught it for like a blip. And we're all like, was that? Type of thing, just like Miss Kitty. It was hilarious. Rikishi. Has he started dancing with Too Cool yet? Yeah, this is technically 1 month after he ran over Austin, right? But he didn't know it yet. WWE hadn't told him that he ran over Austin until the following year. Oh, by the way. Oh, okay. He represents all them. Huh. Viscera.
You better be ready. You better have my back like I got your back. I've been working.
Oh, yeah. Little Crash and Cousin Bob. I like the Hollies. Allegedly over 800 pounds. I remember when Crash passed away. Jerry Lawler wants to go help Miss Kitty. Of course he does. Don't worry, Jerry. You'll help her later. All right, knock on wood. Stream is still looking good. I always loved Rikishi's theme. It wasn't this one, though. He'd just start using Too Cools after a while, wouldn't he? And then he'd... this is Viscera. I forgot Viscera came back around the ministry time. The cat did it for the people. Well, we thank her for that. She was definitely cute. I don't know what the hell she saw in Lawler. No scale tonight for the Hollies. So was he... how did this work? Because I always thought that Rikishi and Too Cool kind of came together by accident when they did the dancing thing in the ring. Were they sharing the theme music? What did Too Cool come out to earlier when they came out in the Battle Royal? Were they using this shit too? I forgot the timeline there of when they got together. But I kind of, in my head, thought that Rikishi started with some different music and then just started using Too Cools as they got together. But then again... Let me see. Head Shrinkers and Men on a Mission. Don't think they ever faced. They probably did. And I know Rikishi... Oh. Is that... Crash almost got beat right there. And I know Rikishi and Mabel were on opposite sides of their Survivor Series teams in 95. Rikishi never had his own theme. Okay, so... Well, he had the Bad Man after when he turned heel. Okay, they were using the same music. Okay. I just can't remember when Too Cool... I just thought Rikishi and Too Cool just found themselves together, they danced and got over, and WWE stuck with it. So I just don't recall when the music started coming into play. That's right. Too Cool would change their theme, right? And then he would keep this one? I don't know. Yeah, Rikishi definitely made a difference. That was a shitty theme song, too. God, it was so horrible. It kind of reminded me of, like, the In Your House theme, sort of. It's time to make a change. Oh, so horrible. Man, Visser and Rikishi are not getting along. Aren't you hot working in that thing, Vis? Thick, black, fucking plastic shit. I mean, larger people tend to sweat a lot as it is just when they're sitting still. Can't imagine wearing all that shit and doing physical activity. Oof. Yeah, I am surprised Rikishi and Too Cool got over the way they did. Because when Too Cool started, before they started doing the dancing stuff, they were just Scott Taylor and Brian Christopher. But then it evolved. You know, the team developed and grew, which teams don't have allowed really much time to do anymore. I hated Turn It Up, too. I preferred the one they had. I know, Ben. I, for the most part, just try to tune Lawler out these days whenever I'm watching these older shows. I don't know how much Hardcore Holly and Crash Holly outweigh Viscera and Rikishi by, but I'd guess it's probably a good solid 100 pounds. I mean, Crash Holly alone probably outweighs Vis by 50. So if you add about the same for Holly and Rikishi, then yeah, the Hollies have about a 100-pound weight advantage here. It's going to be hard for Rikishi and Viscera to contend with that type of size and power. They're probably going to lose. Oh, look out, Crash. Crazy Crash. Oh, my God. Oh, that was a nice pop-up cutter right there by Rikishi. Rikishi is fat, all right. Oh, shut up, Jerry Lawler. What year did fat become a word? Probably right around this time, right? Actually, I was never a fan of Rikishi's sit-down pile driver thing, but the one he just hit on Crash there looked good. Spinning heel to his own partner. Told you the Hollies are going to win. See? Viscera and Rikishi just outmanned, outsized, and outpowered. Hollies are unstoppable. I mean, until a team comes along that's bigger than Rikishi and Viscera, nobody's going to be able to beat the Hollies. It's probably the best chance any team ever had of beating them. Look at it. Viscera's congratulating the Hollies, and he's mad at... I don't think the stink face existed yet. Damon Smith, what's up? Greetings from Charleston. Love Charleston. I'm a Wilmington man, but I've been to Charleston a few times. They are not coexisting, y'all. Y'all are wasting valuable pay-per-view time here. Oh, here we go. Now we got to fight. Thrust kick right to the face of Vis. Now we're going to brawl on the outside. Okay. All right, maybe some pull apart here with the refs. Okay, you could have just done this shit on Raw, but whatever. The big Val Boski. Oh, Val.
Intercontinental champion, and now tonight you are possibly looking at becoming the World Wrestling Federation European champion.
You know something, Lillian? The big Val Boski once before proved that he had what it took to become a champion. And tonight here at Armageddon, the big Val Boski once again receives the opportunity to grab gold around this waist. And you know something?
Shut up, Val. Who talks like this?
And the big Val Boski's hand is raised in victory.
You sound like a corny YouTuber with 6 subscribers who cuts promos in his videos.
Across the seas. Search out the most beautiful women across Europe. And wait until the women of Europe get a load of the big Val Boski. Because he is the Eiffel Tower and Big Ben all rolled into one.
Look at Lillian.
That is the España, sí. Todo mujeres de España.
I don't want to hear Val Venus groaning, grunting,
Gracias, vamos.
or moaning. And he's going after the European title? Is that this match? Is he facing D'Lo? There's probably a multi-man deal here. So Lawler called in to bust it open, and he was sort of an asshole. I think the older you get, just the more of an asshole you become. I'm trying not to be that way. but I think it happens to a lot. I think we got Teddy Long reffing this thing. I think I saw him there. 17,000 in Fort Lauderdale? What's the college there? Who the fuck plays there? Yeah, Val now is just like this angry, crazy QAnon guy. He's wearing a black towel. I always loved Val Venus's Titantron. Like, put the hot dogs in the bun and the. So these two wrestled at Summerslam, '98, Highway to Hell, for the European title. Although I think more people are involved in this match because nobody's champ yet. Oh, you know who I think is champ? British Bulldog. I think the Bulldog's champ here. Mm-hmm. Bulldog. I forgot. He came back after the WCW run here. I really hated this run. He was still a young man here. He was still in his 30s. But now he's wrestling in jeans. I don't know what the hell was going on with this theme music here. I have no idea why he's a Mean Street Posse member. But I understand he couldn't, with the Attitude Era, you probably couldn't come back as the same Davey Boy Smith with the music and the outfit. It was a little bit passé by that point, but I didn't really love this rendition either. I think he could have still worn wrestling gear, not jeans. I actually think I was in the audience for the last time he actually ever wore his wrestling trunks, and that was at Unforgiven in '99. He wore his Union Jack long gear, but then after that he was in the jeans. Yeah, they did a series of interviews that they were going to air on TV, then they chose not to. They did talk a lot about Owen Hart because he came back right after Owen died, like right after, a couple months after. And he was already battled his substance abuse issues from the trap door bump he took in WCW and was trying to come back here better than ever and would last a little while, but they'd let him go, I think, sometime the next year, and then he'd be dead 2 years later. Why does D'Lo walk like that? You don't walk like that? I do. Everybody should walk like D'Lo. If anything, we're the weird ones for not walking like that. So that's the question you need to ask yourself, Financial Truth, is why do I not walk like D'Lo? Look yourself in the mirror. Do some soul searching. And when you find the reason, try to turn yourself around and start walking like D'Lo. You'll be amazed at the results. That goes for all of you. Getting back on, hey, Teddy Long's a ref here, so don't fuck with him. Wow. D'Lo with the big dive, and don't forget, this is right after the accident with Draws, a couple months after. D'Lo was probably still harboring a lot of guilt. Probably feels like shit. Yeah, that Draws injury took place, I think, in October of '99. No, I have not seen Chris's interview with D'Lo. I've seen interviews with D'Lo, though, where he has talked about it. And that would probably be one of my biggest fears, even more than injuring myself if I became a wrestler, is if I ever was in the ring when somebody got permanently or seriously or fatally injured, it would just be really hard for me to even continue after that. That would be an enormous weight on my mind and my conscience. Even if they're like, no, it wasn't your fault, it doesn't matter, you know, you're still going to have those feelings, you know. Val Venus being double teamed, he probably would like that. Oh, Sonny, I didn't tell you about one of the biggest policies on my channel. There is no forgetting. So you can't forget. You forget again, blocked. Sorry, it's new policy. It's in the terms of service and the agreement that you signed when you subscribed. Don't forget, dude. It's crazy seeing Bulldog in there, man. Would Bulldog would probably work the Rumble. He'd probably be in that. I don't recall seeing him much, though, in 2000. What's up, Tito? I got one cat next to me sleeping. The other one's in the closet. Double noggin knocker to D'Lo and the Bulldog. I don't think fans are too into this match. And Bulldog was a shell of himself in WCW, too, when he followed Brett over there. He worked most of all 98 over there before getting hurt. And nothing he did on TV was significant at all. I mean, even if they would have gotten Owen Hart over there, I mean, the Hart Foundation... Oh, God, Bulldog took a really scary bump there. I mean, the Hart Foundation would not have been allowed to get over in that company with those politics and those wrestlers there. Well, that's a pretty cool rock sign in the audience. I don't think I could bring Tito out for a cameo. I'd have to pick him up, and he's resting comfortably against my boom arm for my microphone and next to a heater. Although I could probably move the camera and show him. Let's do that. Tito, you want to say hi? See him? There he is. Oh, look at him. Good boy. He's just laying right there. And this thing here is a little heater that I have for the place. Oh, I put that back almost right. There we go. I did not know that Eddie was Bulldog's last match. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Ooh, D'Lo crouched himself. Jim Ross. Oh, big power bomb. Did Teddy and Bulldog have any run-ins in Bulldog's first run in WCW in like 93? No, Barry, WCW doesn't risk wrestlers' lives with dumb entrance stunts, or do they? They did it an awful lot of times with Sting. Sting entered the ring that way more times than Owen, but yet Owen was the one that lost his life. But that was a stunt that was done pretty routinely in WCW, and it was hardly ever done in WWE a couple times. Ooh. Bulldog has always had trouble bumping on his back. A big power slam. Well, of course, D'Lo's right there. D'Lo tried to hide it like, well, it doesn't matter. It's a triple threat, dude. And Bulldog wasn't even that old, you know? I think Bulldog was like 37 here, you know? 7 years younger than I am right now. Ooh. Now, that was kind of a D-Lo bomb there. The big lowdown. Bulldog is in a weird position for this frog splash, but D-Lo hit it. Oh, and the money shot. And Val is the new champion. Yeah, Val Venus came along right after Heart Foundation bounced. I don't know, man. I think the rigging companies are all pretty similar. It wasn't WWE that strapped Owen up there. It was a rigging company that they hired to do that. A lot of them are probably the same ones that work for WCW or operate much the same way. I just think it was an accident. I don't think any less precautions were taken, so to speak. I just think Sting was lucky enough to not ever have that accident happen to him. Either way, I ain't getting up to no fucking ceiling and dropping down. I'd be pissing myself up there. Look at X-Pac. God, what is Michael Cole wearing? Where's your frosted tips, Michael?
Met with WWF officials, and Kane has agreed as well to these new demands. So what are they? The demands are this. Kane, you demand that I'm in a cage match? Well, I demand a few things myself. The first thing is this. You can only win, boy, by pinfall.
You can only win, boy.
You can't climb
X-Pac
out
calling Kane a boy.
You can't climb over the top, and you can't climb through the door, because that's going to be chained shut and locked. I, on the other hand, can climb out over the top and win that way. I can pin him as well, which I might very well do.
He can pin him, too. I might pin Kane. I might just escape.
More thing.
I have options.
Old lady to quit calling my hotel room at all hours of the night, because she ain't going to get none.
Oh, wow. So is this before Tori had turned on? Yeah, I don't think anybody would be the same wrestler post draws. If any of us were in that situation, or any wrestler was, be tough to move on. Yeah, they showed all the stuff. I just don't think any of it was too different than what a lot of rigging companies do. I was thinking that Tori already turned on Kane, but I guess that doesn't happen yet. It might happen here. I don't think so. She ain't gonna get none. Whatever happened to Tori? We never saw her come back in for any special appearance when they brought all the women back to do the Rumble and stuff. I guess WWE didn't want two Tories, because this was pre-Tori Wilson. I'm okay with not seeing the European title again, because if the WWE doesn't need any championship belts. Plus, they'll change the design of it. It'll look fucking ugly as hell. And no, I don't need it. WWE's got so many far bigger problems than resurrecting a title that they're only going to fuck up in the end, you know? Make some noise. X-Pac and Kane in a cage. It's kind of funny when you think about how Kane debuted. X-Pac is like, in that promo, he's like, you're not going to be able to get out. The door is chained shut. I'm like, did you watch his debut? Remember? I don't think a padlock is going to be stopping the Big Red Machine from getting out through a cage door if he so chooses to do that. Okay, so it's a SmackDown she turns. I couldn't remember if it was pay-per-view or whatnot. Yeah, probably SmackDown. Look at him. He's locking it up now. Let's just lock this right now. Oh, hell yeah. A new European title would have a big-ass WWE logo right in the middle of it. Looking all ugly. Oh, my God. Kane or X-Pac is getting in Tori's face. It's hard to kind of watch her face right now. Here comes Kane. Was Kane climbing down on microphones? Did you hear all that feedback? They might have the cage mic'd. Sound like strange noises were happening. Oh, bell to the head of Kane. Now, how is Kane going to get back in there if the door's... Now, look, X-Pac needs to get in the ring and just escape out the other side, and he should win. Yeah. Now run. Is he going to do it? Well, X-Pac, this is kind of your chance. You could have won the match by now. X-Pac was pretty silly for going after him there. I would have tried to escape. Jim Ross. He just said penis innuendos on pay-per-view. On Peacock. We got penis on Peacock, y'all. Jesus Christ, Jim Ross. So I think the story is here they were making fun of Kane for having like maybe a little burnt sausage. A little shriveled, crusted charcoal little unit down there. And there's no way he would be able to satisfy Tori with something like that. Is that what X-Pac is alluding to? I have no reason to believe that Kane has got a small hammer on him. He's probably got quite a large one. Now, if Kane has some sort of very loud car or some really obnoxiously big pickup truck, then he's probably got a tiny one. But other than that, I mean, he's got Tori with him, so... But if he's got one of those loud mufflers that you can hear from 9 blocks away, 1-inch dick. Ugh. Jerry Lawler, I hate when he would laugh after his own jokes. Nice spinning heel by Pac to Kane. I don't know, Crush, the legend, who I think is going to win the 22 Royal Rumble. I got that question asked to me yesterday in the podcast, and I'm picking Kofi Kingston to win the Rumble, to force a Kofi and Big E championship match on night 1 of WrestleMania. Brock and Roman will be main event of night 2. I always liked X-Pac's leg drops. They were unique. The top rope leg drops were kind of normal, but he would do the ones off the ropes, and he would kind of like slide into you. They just look good. And he could do it safely. Tori turns on Kane after the Rumble. That's what, yeah, somebody else said that earlier. I just couldn't remember the timeline on that. Big DDT from X-Pac. Oh, Tito, you are warm. You are so warm. That's why you like laying there. Oh, big tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Kane. Kane was such a beast back then. I think like 99, even more so than like late 97, 98 Kane. I think 99 through 01 Kane was just peak Kane. I mean, he was just such a beast. Oh, the Outlaws are there with bolt cutters. Okay, we've seen this recently on TV. Nobody can ever do the bolt cutters. Will, you might want to let Billy do this, Road Dogg. Oh, he did it. Did he do it? No, no way. Look at Kane trying to help. Wow, Road Dogg got it off. Oh, ram the cage door in Kane's face. Here they come. And Xbox got the chair that the Outlaws threw in. Oh, X Factor on the chair? Yep. Hit it good, too. All you got to do is jump out the door. Jerry Lawler just stopped what he was saying because the camera had a from-behind shot of Tori. He just stopped mid-sentence. Oh, they're going to cuff him. Well, Kane, you're going to be in trouble. And he's got a chair. Look at Kane's like, oh, fuck. Oof. She's turned on. Yeah, I think Road Dogg did a little bit better of a job than Braun Breaker. Getting the chain off. Oh, Tori's coming in. Oh, she's going to nut shot X-Pac for sure. Oh, no, she's not. Come on, give him a... Oh, she's in heels, too. Oh, and he... Did he just spit in her face and then X-Factor her? And she's in heels? Jesus Christ. What if somebody spit in a woman's face on TV now? Holy shit. Maybe she wasn't cool. I always thought Tori was cool. That fried brain. The door is open, is it not? Oh, Kane just ripped off the handcuffs. Why would... Oh, so Kane can't win this way, or is that... He's going to bring him back in. I guess I didn't realize it. He said it in a stipulation. Ooh. Kane rams the door in X-Pac's head. I guess X-Pac said in his promo that Kane can't win the same way he can. Kane's going up to the top for a clothesline, probably. Tori is still down. Oh, shit, he's going to the very top. Jesus Christ, Kane, be careful. I love how I'm worried that he's going to fall. I mean, obviously he doesn't, but... From the top. And there's a tombstone. That's going to be it. So another thing I'm curious about, too, if Tori's going to turn on Kane later on in January after the Royal Rumble, I also remember Kane getting hurt, right? Because didn't he come back in some, like, crazy 10-man tag involving the Radicals and, like, Mick Foley and too cool. And then like Paul Bearer came out wearing red, and Kane showed up and beat the shit out of everybody. So he must get hurt and then leave for like 3 or 4 months and then come out and do that. I can't remember the timeline on that either, but I think he's due to be injured here soon. But X-Pac had a rough day at the office there, and Kane and Tori live temporarily happily ever after. Big top of the cage bump by Kane. That's crazy. IC title on the line. China defending against Chris Jericho. Oh, man, please tell me, is this where they're co-champions? I wonder if this match is the finish that leads them to be co-champions or what. That might be on TV. Might be SmackDown or something where they do the double pin and then they're co-champions until Jericho finally wins the belt on his own. Don't treat me like a woman. I remember my friends and I, we'd always kind of chuckled because, like, you know, back in the day when China first came in, you know how fans can be, and the biggest thing you always heard about China, she's a man. So, like, when she gets this custom theme and the very first line in the song is "Don't treat me like a woman," I'm like, what? And then once you hear it all, I'm like, oh, okay, makes a little more sense now. But I mean, China was Intercontinental Champion. That's pretty incredible. Recently got a follow from China's, the folks who run her Twitter account. Okay, it is on SmackDown. Huh, look at that. I actually had that memory correct. So Jericho must win here or something, and then they do the double pin. Gotta be so hard Jericho working with China, though. Love these early Chris Jericho entrances. And I remember being a fan around this time. Things are going to start getting real interesting, in a month's time when you start adding Eddie and Benoit to the mix with Jericho and the up-and-coming Kurt Angle. The tide had definitely shifted to where WCW had the better talent for a while there, but not anymore. Thank you for the $4.99 there, Luigi DeRaw Gaming. Random fact, we've had a Bret Hart, Sting, and Hulk Hogan match in the last 10 years. You mean each guy has wrestled a match in the last 10 years? Yeah, I guess you're right. What has Hogan done in the last... I don't remember. Bret worked Mania against Vince. All right, here comes China. Yeah, Jericho would start going face after this as well. He kind of had a slow start. I mean, he came in huge against The Rock, but it was well documented that the whole fall of 1999, he wasn't getting used much. He wasn't getting booked. Oh, yeah, there's the Miss Kitty is back, and now she's got her belt too. How cute. Two belts. Miss Kitty is out there clothed, for those wondering. All right, well, I am out of this beer, so I'm going to go grab another one while China's making her entrance. I'll be right back. All right. Got a fucking hair in my eye or something. Oh, yeah, TNA Hogan, I guess, did. But when did Brett wrestle? Brett worked, unless he worked after 2010 against Vince. I guess he worked at SummerSlam too. Yeah, so I guess he's probably been in the ring doing something. But Sting's wrestled a bunch. Lots in TNA, a few matches in WWE, and a few matches in AEW. Sting's wrestled in 3 promotions over the past 10 years. That's incredible. And it looks like they're gearing up to have Sting work a match in the Greensboro Coliseum coming up on December 22nd, week after Winter is Coming, with maybe Tully involved. Yeah, WWF had the cat and WCW had the cat. I almost said Ernest Williams, Ernest Miller. Wow, Chyna taking that Ric Flair Triple H bump. She learned that from Hunter. Oh, thumb to the eye. Jesus. Ooh, wow, Chyna with the bump. Chyna looked great here. I gotta agree. This was peak Chyna. Really wish like 1999 Chyna could be in like the current women's division. She'd be a fucking beast, man. Big drop kick to the chair to Jericho's face. Big Chyna chance here. Damn, man, she takes the stair bump. Chyna took punishment. Jericho's got the cat. Did he just kiss her? Is that what Jericho did? Right in front of her boyfriend? What are you going to do about that, Lawler? What an asshole. We got X-Pac spitting in Tori's face. Jericho sexually assaulting Miss Kitty. Boy, the Attitude Era was some fun stuff, huh? Ooh, low blow to Jericho. She can do that flip thing. I don't like it when anybody does that handspring thing in the corner. So many women do it, and it never looks good. I remember Tori Wilson tried to do it, too, and she didn't do it well. Oh, Chyna. The 9th wonder of the world, hooking her in herself in the ropes like the 8th wonder of the world. Oh, now he's slapping her. Jesus, now we're slapping women? All right. He's punching her arms. I love it. Oh, he's punching her hand. I love it. Smart. Oh, and a running drop kick to the hand. I've never seen that before. Jericho's literally boxing with her hand and then gives it a running drop kick off the ropes to her hand. Oh, Jericho followed in quick. Big power bomb. Nope. Chyna reverses. Shitty looking drop kick. She didn't even sell it. Yeah, Jericho spent a terrible time here in the fall of '99 working with Chyna, and then things would get so much better for him the following year. He starts working with Angle and Benoit and Eddie and Triple H. What's going on, Zane G? Good to see you. We're having a good old time watching Armageddon. I could use a few more likes, though. I'd appreciate that. Go, Jericho, go. I turned the TV off when we were having problems with the streaming. So I don't know the score on the Bears-Packers, but I'm looking it up. 17-14 Bears. Look at there. They got a chance to ruin Green Bay's party there. I love the come on, baby spot that Jericho always did. Come on, China. Man, you can hear China wincing in pain there in that back breaker. She's got a very distinct voice. Did I ever tell you that I had the One Night in China DVD? Years ago, my ex-girlfriend, her roommate was the manager, like the general manager of like an adult novelty store, like books and toys and all that shit. And she knew I liked wrestling. And one night I was over there. She came home from work. She goes, "I got a present for you." And she gets out the One Night in China DVD and gives it to me. It sat on my DVD shelf for years. And then finally I was just like, I don't feel right about having this. I threw it up on eBay and sold it for like $60. It was hilarious. But anyway, I had it for years and years and years, and it sat here till I sold it. Come on, baby. What is Jericho doing? Don't gyrate, Jericho. Oh, China got the knees up on that. That was a good-looking lion salt and perfect counter by China. Good swinging neck breaker. I never saw a backdoor to China. Oh, I didn't notice the buckle was exposed. Ooh, Jericho narrowly escaped the 3 count there after mashing his face on the exposed buckle. Oh, Tito, you're very, very adorable sleeping right there, buddy. Oh, backslide. Ah. Oh. Jericho's. That's it. That's 3. Oh, God, that was a nasty bump. Jericho kicked out of that, but she landed right on his face. Oof. He's almost got the walls. There it is. Is she actually going to tap here? She's trying to get to the ropes. Jericho's got to do the drag. He always does the drag. Come on, drag her. Drag her to the middle. Drag her to the middle. Come on, Jericho. Drag her. Yeah, there he goes. He's dragging her. Oh, that's it. She's got to tap. Oh, he's going to let her get to the ropes, isn't he? Drag her again. Oh, that's it. She's tapping. All right, so that means Jericho's champ going into that SmackDown match. They do the double pin and have to be co-champs for a little while. That's what happens. Now, does this make him a two-timer? I always liked how Jericho wanted his hand raised. He'd always tell the referee to raise it. Raise it again. Yes, Jonathan Coleman, it's on Peacock. Go over there and pull up Season 1 of Armageddon. And fast forward and match the timer to mine. And you can watch the second half with us. Look at big Jim Dotson there. Look at that beast. Security guard. I got to sit pretty close to him a bunch of times. Poor China. It was not to be. Okay, so this was the first. I thought he had won it at Survivor Series or something. But I'm wrong. There he is. Mitchell Cole. Look at it, Mitchell. 2 years later, Jericho, you'd be winning some more belts. More belts, 2 of them. Pretty sure every WWE pay-per-view is on Peacock. You want some more, huh?
I was the better wrestler last month. You're the better wrestler tonight.
Look at China.
What? Here we go. Come on, you ready? Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on.
She meant it. China did look good there, didn't she? I think they would kind of get along, wasn't that the storyline? Like they would kind of get along sort of after this or during the co-champion thing maybe. Call Ralph, cute one. 305-940-6 something. Oh, Mick Foley. What's Mick Foley doing on the show? Oh, it's probably... Oh, yeah, that's right. This is 1999. I'm like, Austin's gone, but The Rock's not. He's probably wrestling in this match with Foley. So it's got to be Rock and Sock versus Outlaws, right? This is getting really close to when Mankind is going to turn into Cactus Jack and have quite the Royal Rumble match against Hunter next month. I think WWE's getting there on China. They're warming up, I think, to the idea of Hall of Faming her. She kind of already is in with China with DX, but a solo induction would be nice. All right, here comes The Rock. God, he was so over. He was so over. WWE, they really did fuck up not having him win the title in the main event of WrestleMania. It is kind of weird that The Rock has never won the championship at WrestleMania. He's had some big Mania matches, some huge ones, but 3 against Austin, Hogan, lots of guys, but he's never won the title. And they should have done it right here. Like, they would have done it if it was Austin. They wouldn't have tried to do the swerve thing and have Triple H retain if Austin was in that match. The Rock and Sock connection. Yeah, so probably shortly after this, I'm guessing they're unsuccessful here in their title try. I think Triple H and Mankind would have a match on TV. Mankind would get busted open, pull off the mask. Triple H would get a little freaked out, and he would kind of morph into Cactus Jack for their title match at the Rumble. Bob? But my name's Billy. Now, these are 4 extremely popular parts and pieces of the Attitude Era. Rock, Mick, and the Outlaws. Holy shit. Yeah, Foley sticking around is well documented back then with Austin being hurt. They needed a little bit of extra help, so he stuck around. Is The Rock really going to not have a promo or anything? He didn't have any sort of promo backstage earlier, did he? Not that I saw. It's a pretty quiet pay-per-view appearance for The Rock if this is all he does. Huh. Al Snow and Mick Foley, forever on each other's cases. Oh, yeah, Outlaws were always over. Heel or babyface, when Road Dogg did that speech in the ring, everybody sung along. I was in the building the night they won the titles for the first time against LOD. I was in the fucking front row, man. I was up close and personal for that. Jim Ross just said the Outlaws are the best tag team in WWF history. They'd only been champs for 2 years around this point, or they'd only gotten on the map over the last 2 years. Fucking Hearts and Bulldogs and Demolition and Road Warriors and all that shit. This is the best ever? It's kind of weird seeing Foley in there with a blue shirt. Guess that's all he had. Button-down dress shirt, untucked with a tie, sweatpants, and sneakers. Not exactly the formal wear. I did 90 a couple of years ago. We might do 90 again. I know we got a couple of I've got a couple already down on my list. Look at Billy. Dude is still on TV working. Crazy. Mankind got up pretty quick there. Oh, time to tag The Rock. Tag The Rock. You see The Rock going, tag The Rock. There, tag The Rock. All right, we got a SummerSlam 99 rematch here. Rock did not do a lot, did he? in the second half of 99. He came up short for the title, I think, at King of the Ring. Austin would win it the next night. I was at both of those shows live. He worked with Billy at Survivor Series. I'm sorry, SummerSlam. Oh, God, he's punching Billy before he got his shirt off. That's hilarious. And then he was in that six-pack thing at Unforgiven. He lost. He worked with Bulldog in the, like, I shit your pants match or whatever that was. He had kind of quiet appearances. They were really using this time to try to build Hunter. And didn't want Rock in the way of that until WrestleMania time. Well, Jonathan Coleman, Billy looks his age here. He doesn't look his age now. There ain't a ton of 60-year-olds walking around who look like Billy Gunn. I mean, I'll look like that, obviously, but I mean, for regular people, though, you know, it's pretty incredible what he's done. Hey, Raymond, I was in the audience for that one, too. On the floor, behind the announce booth. This is your life. Tito, you are just sleeping so hard. Mandible claw, broken up. All right, here we go. Everybody's on the outside of the ring now. Billy's eating punches. Uh-oh, they're going in the crowd. The Rock and Mr. Ass. God, think about how young the Ass Boys were at this time. They're probably like this big. The Rock elevated Mr. Ass. Oh, Billy takes a bump. Where's Man? Oh, he's on the outside of those. Like, where is Mankind? He's there. They're all there. Yeah, you got to remember, Mr. Ass won the King of the Ring. I was excited. I attended the King of the Ring that year, and I was excited about going, but it was one of the weaker King of the Rings. And I had like 4th row seats. I was really close. Look at that running cutter. But Billy usually hits that sequence as a bulldog or a face buster or something. The Rock and Sock, they were tag champs, right? I think they dropped the belts when they had some dissension or something, and they're kind of back on the same page here. Is that how it went? Damn, Road Dogg laying it in on the Rock. Oh, Jim Ross. I mean, I literally pay Jim Ross $1,000 if he never says doggy style again. Of all the phrases to come out of his mouth. Yeah, 3-time champs or something. Yeah, Jesus. I remember there was one time where Mankind was upset at The Rock or something, and he just sat on the outside of the ring. And I think they probably lost that match. I didn't know they won the titles 3 fucking times. Yeah, Bob Holly and Crash Holly. I think that's the match where Mankind didn't want to work, or he was under the impression that The Rock dissed him or something. I like that there's a hashtag on the audience, on the sign. Do you see that? Were hashtags a thing? They weren't in 1999. It said something Tokyo, hashtag Tokyo. That'd be a funny thing to do, is like watch the audience and see if you can find any time travelers. There's like videos of like, and pictures of like random events in history where like there's a couple people out of place. There's like some famous picture from like the 1920s where some guy is standing in the crowd and he looks like he lives in 2019 San Francisco. You know, he's got the hair and the sunglasses and he's just sticking. It's not photoshopped or anything, but it's just like, it's a mystery. Like, who the fuck is this guy? And why does he look like that? And where everybody else is in their hats and the shit that they wore back then. There's like all sorts of like little instances like that probably exists in wrestling audiences too. You'll see somebody on like in a show in 1992, like on their iPhone or something. You never know. Vince winning his own title. Honestly, in 99, I didn't care. Shit was getting so weird. They were doing all sorts of stuff. There was no rules anymore. It was better than David Arquette winning. I'll at least say that. But in general, if you want to have like a non-wrestler or just somebody win a belt on a fluke, I'd rather not do it with the world title. But in the end, what harm did it do? None. Come on, Rock. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Rock, you are real close to home here. Folks who live in Fort Lauderdale say that Miami is a suburb of them, and that's awesome. We have a saying here in California, too. It's people from Northern California hate people from Southern California, and people from Southern California don't care. And it's very true. Because we don't give a fuck. Hate us all you want. It's awesome down here. A few peas short of a casserole. Ah, Jerry Lawler. I think WWE should initiate a mute Lawler option on Peacock. It'd be a great feature. I like how Mankind always talked when he threw the piston punches. Yeah, loved it. Vince getting rid of the belt was kind of odd, considering all the matches he had worked already. Just earlier on that year, he had that fucking cage bump with Austin. You'd think that but I guess Vince at this time was a baby face, so he wanted to do the right thing. But shit, heel Vince, well, big ref bump by Corderas, but heel Vince would have kept that belt for sure. I always loved Foley's pile drivers too. How he used the tights to pull him down. Oh, come on, Billy. Take that bump correctly. There you go. Double arm DDT in the ring. Going for Sacco. Digging out Sacco. Look out, Road Dogg. Fruit of the looms. Yeah, at this point, he was just pulling out a clean sock. It wasn't even the dirty-ass sock that Mr. Sacco was. Oh, here comes Head. Oh, shit. Al Snow. Gave Head to Mick Foley. And that's probably going to cost him the match. And Road Dogg's on top of him, and there it is. It's going to be the 3 count, unless Rock saves it. No. Oh, Rock saved it. Oh, he's going to go after Al Snow, and that's going to leave Mick Foley all by himself. Oh, and Rock took out Al. Oh, Al, helicopter bump. It ain't often you see a helicopter bump in WWE. Oh, he's screwed. He's got the bell. Oh, game over. Al Snow's in the Jeep, and that's it. And Mick Foley kicked out. Mankind, you sneaky devil. Rock's coming back, though. Rock's back up. Oh, shit. Be right back. Sorry about that. Just had to run over there for a second. Oh, there's a big pile up in the corner. Dog pile. The doggy style pile, says Lawler. Hot tag Rock. Look how fast Billy's moving. Wow. Big Samoan drop. Here we go. I was about to say we haven't seen a spine buster or a people's elbow attempt yet, but we about to now. Rock bottom to Billy. Al Snow is back, you motherfucker. Oh, it's a DQ? That's the finish? Damn. Regina, Vince has had a couple stints as babyface. He was babyface in 99, like 2 different times. He was babyface kind of right after WrestleMania. And Rock is continuing the ass-kicking of the Outlaws. Here comes Al Snow, and he's going to eat a rock bottom too. But Vince tried to be babyface right after, like, Backlash when Ministry was fucking with him, and then he turned out to be the higher power, essentially turning heel again, and then be banished by WWE or by Austin in the match with Undertaker, and then came back somehow. I think Austin reinstated him or something like that, and then he was back as a babyface again. So he's basically babyfaces 2 different times in 1999, and then he would basically, I think, turn heel at WrestleMania. I think he was supposed to be in the corner of The Rock, but then decided to stick with his family and Triple H and all that stuff. But after that, I think he was face a couple times. Maybe. He wasn't a face in like 02 or 03 or... He was kind of a face in 01. He was a face in 01 during the Invasion. So, yeah, he's been faced probably at least 3 different times off the top of my head. Oh, it's Big Show and Boss Man. My God. Oh, I hated this angle. He just told him the Big Show's daddy has died. I remember reading that Big Show was okay with this and his dad had already passed away. It's like, it's from a performance aspect, it's like, I don't think it would make Big Show feel too weird. You know, my father passed away a couple of years ago. If I was doing an angle where they wanted to pretend my dad died, I personally would be all right with it, I suppose. Like, I could probably just get through it. It's no big deal. But I would just imagine, like, audience members and stuff. Imagine if, like, your dad just died a month ago and then you see this type of angle and stuff, you know? It's like I never liked when they introduced Jeff Hardy's alcohol problems and demons into storylines, and when they did that with anybody, really. You know, when Terry Runnels had, like, the miscarriage and stuff. Imagine somebody's watching this on TV and they had a miscarriage, like, a month ago, you know, or something. This was too hilarious to... This whole thing from the graveyard kind of makes it all worth it. Big Show's... Or Boss Man's dragging the casket. Ugh. Jesus. Oh, that's right. That was right after the casket got dragged, and then he won the title in the Joe in Motown. Fucking Boss Man getting a WWE title shot like this is 1988. Crazy, man. And he beat The Rock. I liked Boss Man's return run here. I always liked Ray Traylor. Oh, now they're tear gassing Big Show. Man, they just... Poor Big Show. Just got shit on him. Albert's wearing a gas mask. Oh, this is hilarious. All right, maybe this daddy shit isn't that bad. It's pretty fucking funny. I mean, Big Show was an evil son of a bitch. He cooked Al Snow's dog. He desecrated the remains of the Big Show's father. The Big Boss Man is pretty much the worst person that's ever lived. Oh, no. Oh, now Big Show or Boss Man digs up dirt on Big Show's mom. Oh, my God. So it's like not his dad or something? Your son's a bastard. Hey, Paul White, you're a nasty bastard. Oh, this is... I take everything back I said about being insensitive. This is fucking hilarious. Big Boss Man is too good. All right, here's just a fun game to play for the chat here. Anybody who has lots of wrestling memories like me, find me another match where the two guys in the match, both of their names start with the name Big. We've had lots of bigs. It probably happened recently with Big E and some other big person. Big E and Big Show probably actually have wrestled before. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Giant was interacting with Ray Traylor on WCW a bit, wasn't he? I can't remember if it was Boss Man in the NWO and Giant was still WCW beating him up, or if it was Giant in NWO and Boss Man was WCW. Boss Man's a good promo. He's like a loud Arn Anderson. Like, I used to live in North Carolina. You know how many dudes I knew who looked and sounded like Big Boss Man? Like, I see like 20 of my friends in his face and hear them in his voice. Biggie and Big Cass, probably. Yeah, forgot about Big Cass. I guess that makes Big Bad Boss Man Booty Daddy, maybe. I'm actually surprised they didn't make Albert like Animal Steel's son, because he's got like the hairy back and shit. Like, he could have, it might have been better than anything he ever did if he like painted his tongue green and started like acting crazy and carrying mine around, and he could have even been a heel, because Animal Steel was a great heel. He was more of a caricature as a babyface, kind of a cartoon character, but when he was a heel, he was a very dangerous man, and like they could have done that with Albert. Called him Albert Steel or something. It'd be fucking awesome. Why didn't they do that? These are great ideas. Or Steel Jr., I don't know. I did not. The Big Show's gear was so weird. We just talked about this recently too in one of the podcasts. He never figured his gear out. He never found anything and stuck with it. They can never figure out what they quite really liked him to wear. And they just kept changing it. Think about it. Think about Big Show's career. How many times? Just in his WWE run. How many times it changed or tweaked up his gear? Sometimes he's just in spandex. Sometimes he's wearing a shirt. He wrestled in jeans for a while. He wrestled in Bundy gear. He wrestled in Andre gear. Ooh, choke slammed Animal Steel Jr. He wore blue with Jericho. He wore the camouflage. Big Show's blading. You can tell. As soon as he hit the floor, I'm like, yep. Oh, Big John Studd versus... I don't think Big John Studd faced any other bigs. Unless he might have faced Big Cat Ernie Ladd. There's probably a Studd Ernie Ladd match around there somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised. Oof. Favorite Big Boss Man match? I'd have to think about that. Honestly, it probably is a WWE match. He had some good matches there. He did good as Big Bubba too, prior and after his WWE run. But that run he had there, I got to think about it. He had good matches when he slimmed down, became a babyface, feuded with Bobby Heenan family and shit. He was in really good shape then. And he was so young. He was young here. He was probably like 35 or 36 at the time of this match. Crowd is chanting boring. Yeah, Big Show was a weak-ass champion, man. I didn't have anything against Big Show at all. It's just I was surprised they put the title on him. I think they needed some sort of surprise at the Survivor Series to make up for the fact that they falsely advertised Stone Cold Steve Austin, and to put the belt on somebody that nobody's expecting. Wow, nip up by Big Show. He used to do that in WCW all the time too, but he got much bigger pop on Nitro, and my God, did he kick Boss Man's head off. I love that. Here he goes. Is he just going to put him down right here? He better. He's a champ. Pin him in the middle. That's what a champ should do. I feel like it's over. It is. Nice. That's what the world champion should do. Win with your finish. Oh, well, George Steele at the end was a Eugene-like face. He was a childlike kind of infant. But George Steele, that was at the end of his run. That was at the end of his career when he was stalking Miss Elizabeth and, you know, kind of being a fun-loving guy. But George Steele was a crazy heel. Crazy heel. I remember the segment when he turned face. It was like on Saturday Night's Main Event when George Steele kind of went babyface. But George Steele, Mr. Fuji, guys like that were feared back in the day. Steele got title shots too. All right, here it is. Triple H, Vince McMahon, no holds barred. And little innocent Stephanie became so ungodly unbearable. Oh yeah, Vince cost Triple H the. And Vince counted the 3. I forgot all about that. Yeah, it felt like it took a while to get to Triple H and Vince, didn't it? What's the time here? 2:08? What did I say we got on this? 2:49? It's a 40-minute match. Oh, maybe 35-minute by the time everybody gets out there. Pat's time, we got some blurred puppies from the cat earlier. They didn't really cut anything. They just blurred it out. I forgot that Vince just started going ape shit around the time. Look at his face. Ah! Driving the car. Vince was so intense. That's the Vince I miss. I don't miss the kooky, insane, out-of-touch diaper-wearing Vince that we get now. I miss this Vince. It's not even his intensity that makes him intense. It's his craziness that makes him intense. Just the way he does everything. The way he sells, the way he gets angry, the way he displays rage. It's just different than anybody else. Look at Triple H taking that bump. That was a great wide shot visual of Vince chucking Triple H, and you see him slowly gliding. They had fucking top-notch hype packages back then, man. Yeah, Boss Man and Hulk and the cage. That wasn't my favorite match between them, though. They had some non-cage matches I think were better. I think the Zeus came out in that and attacked Hogan. Test and Stephanie. We used to always talk to, when I did my hotline and stuff, that in storyline, none of us could understand why it was Vince feuding with Triple H and not fucking Test. You know? Like, why wasn't Test fucking infuriated? Yeah, this works. He's got an unconscious girl. No red flags there. Who doesn't have an unconscious girl in the front seat from time to time? We've all been there. Sometimes you just happen to come across a little chapel and you just accidentally get married. We all know what that's like. But we used to always laugh. Like, why is Test not showing up to Raw with a fucking Glock, and taking care of business with Triple H? I never understood. He didn't seem like he was mad enough. No, Shane McMahon. Damn, they're just swarming Shane. Wow, big bump by Shane. Vince, looks terrified. I'm like, Vince, your boy would take a lot more bumps than that. You just wait, my friend. God, and look at Triple H just forcing a kiss on Stephanie. R.I.P. UPN. What was the trajectory of UPN? It became something. Is it completely defunct now, or it just changed names? Did UPN become like CW or something like that? I forgot. But back when SmackDown was on UPN, I didn't personally get UPN, so I was never able to really watch it. Look, it's Stephanie. No music. I'm all grown up. Oh, I hate her song. I'm just glad I don't have to hear it here. This is the best Stephanie entrance of all time. I can just sit back and enjoy this. My ears aren't bleeding. I'm not going cross-eyed and fucking losing a tooth over how horrible Your music is? Look at her hop over the... That's so stupid. You could have just came through the crowd and sat there. You know, I'm a big fan of Triple H's My Time theme music. I thought the Motorhead theme was badass, but I remember the first time I heard the Motorhead theme, I was sad that this one went away. But then the Motorhead theme grew on me because Motorhead's awesome. Who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God? Trick question. Lemmy is God. And here comes Triple H. I've talked about this a bunch of times, even recently. I liked Triple H a lot, but I still wasn't totally on board with him as being a main event rockin' Stone Cold level guy until the following month. That match with Cactus changed forever my opinion of Triple H. That night, I'm like, he is the real deal. A year ago, it's dick jokes and farts and, and shit like that in DX, and now he is a, bona fide badass. And for him to make that 180 in that short amount of time, it took me until the Royal Rumble 2000 to get behind him as champ. But once I saw that match with Cactus and the punishment and him being able to take himself to that place, Triple H is one of my favorites ever since. But I wasn't on the bandwagon yet. I just kind of was like okay with Triple H. I didn't dislike him at all, but wasn't sure about him yet, Excellent shape here, too. Little stare down with Stephanie. Look how angry Stephanie looks. She's fronting. I really did like the My Time theme. Just brings me back, That look on Stephanie's face. Look how pretty she is. Sean, well, he's not told. He didn't keep his theme all his career. He did use a DX theme for quite a bit. And don't forget, he was a rocker. But that sexy boy theme did remain. And technically, he used 4 because Sherry started it. But he did keep that theme for an awfully long time. I couldn't find a good quality 1999 render of Vince, so I had to use one on the screen here from like 2006 or something. And the Stephanie picture, the only good render of Stephanie I could find, she's holding the women's championship, so I had to cover it up with the WWE logo. Now we're about on a year of this No Chance in Hell theme now for Vince. Okay, so I was right about that CW and now at My TV. Okay, yeah, My TV, I remember that. I don't think I have those on my streaming app. I'm not sure if I do. But is it still up? Because I know the CW, when I lived in Wilmington, they filmed One Tree Hill there. And I think that was on CW because we were always getting CW promotional shit at the restaurant because we would handle all of their every season, when you wrap up a show, you do a rap party where the cast and crew and just has a big fucking bash. And we handled their rap parties every season. And we always had CW shit laying around for some reason. Vince, I like how Vince always wore that fucking sweatshirt. So, Vince pulled out the powder earlier. So Triple H cannot see. A man can't see. He can't fight. It's Quicksilver method. A man can't stand. He can't fight. A man can't breathe. He can't fight. A man can't see. He can't fight. Yeah, Pat's time. I think we'll always wonder. We are ever going to forever wonder if Stephanie ever snapped it to that Slim Jim. Guess we'll never know, for sure. Nope, Triple H on the announce table. I mean, so far it's just a brawl, and we all know how coordinated Vince McMahon can be. And of course, I wasn't paying attention during the hype package or anything. Is this a stip? Isn't it something like if Vince wins, then the annulment is final or something? Like, not any of this would be legal. There's no way that marriage would have been legal in real life. But I think like he's fighting for Stephanie to be free of him or something. And then Stephanie reveals that she's with him all along, and there is going to be no involvement, and they're together. I remember right after this, like this year, because my family had already lived here in California. I was still back in North Carolina. So just a couple weeks after the show, I fly out here for Christmas, and I watched that Raw here in San Diego when I was at my parents' house, where Stephanie and Triple H like took over the show, introduced the McMahon-Helmsley era or something, and they had both of their pictures like on the side of the Titantron, like whatever Raw that was. I was here for Christmas watching it on my parents' couch. 11 years before I moved here, which is just crazy. Tito was upside down sleeping. Yeah, Vince would have been probably about 54 years old here at the time of this. All right, if you're gonna bite me, just do it carefully, please. Thank you. He did. Ruben's right. Main evented 4 pay-per-views. Well, shit, I guess I can only think of a couple off the top of my head. Oh, he probably main evented Fully Loaded, right? And then St. Valentine's Day Massacre. This one here. What was the other one? Oh, Royal Rumble. Probably, right? Yeah, he was very active here, which, I mean, this was his most active year, which is bizarre that he actually did relinquish the title. All right, they're all in the crowd. Stephanie looks concerned. I like Stephanie like that. No makeup, no jewelry, just plain young, innocent Steph. She was tolerable back then. I liked her. Now she comes off as so phony. Like just a condescending phony every time she talks. And I'm like, you used to be so sweet. What happened? Jim Ross says, it's a son-in-law hammering his father-in-law. You could have probably thought of a better way to phrase that, Mr. Jim. Yeah, Regina, Stephanie was 20. Stephanie is the same age as me. And I was 22. Here comes Foley. I didn't know Foley comes here, and he's got, oh, yeah, because he's about to start his shit. We got a crutch, 2 2x4s, a broom, trash can, shopping cart, and a partridge in a pear tree, and a lead pipe. Hopefully there's a ninja foodie in there you can use. Use these bad boys, he says. Come on, Vince, use these bad boys. They're gifts from Mr. Sacco. Of all those weapons in the shopping cart, you picked the aluminum trash can lid. I'd get the lead pipe, man. Oh. That powder is not still in there. I got flour in my eyes when I baked a cake 2 weeks ago. Oh. I was able to see like 5 seconds later. Triple H is just eating these trash can lids. It's got to suck to take punishment from Vince because you can't. No, Stephanie's happy. Because you can't puss out in front of the boss. Like, you got to take these shots. You got to just eat every one of his potatoes that he hits you with. And if he hits you with a weapon, then you're just plain fucked. Oh, we got a wet floor sign. I saw a picture of a wet floor sign like on a boogie board floating in the middle of a pool. Which I was kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, it's true. It's definitely a wet floor. Extremely, extremely wet and deep. Vince, find a new weapon, bro. You're like Mr. Trash Can Man right in front of Stephanie. Ah, terrible glancing. Come on, Vince. Lay that shit in. You're the owner. You're paying this talent. Make them earn their money. Yeah, that's a little better. Oh, he falls back onto Stephanie. Stephanie's giving him shit now. That fucking dirty floor. Peanuts and popcorn. These pigs. You wouldn't like a Vince potato. Anytime you're in the ring with him, you're going to be eating some Idahos by the dozen. Ugh. Oh, that's an unforgiving crutch shot, too. He didn't even hit it right. You got to kind of hit it on the floor, too, over the back and hope that the floor breaks the crutch. I know I enjoyed Foley, the weapon delivery boy, coming down to give Vince some goodies. That was fun. No, Pat's China wrestled earlier on, like 3 matches ago. She lost the Intercontinental title to Chris Jericho. She was just on the show. They were still together here. I don't think the true romance between Triple H and Stephanie had happened quite yet. It was about to, when they would be on TV a lot together. China would hang around for another 1.5 years. Vince's bump over the shopping cart. Where do you suppose they get that shopping cart? Like, do they go to a store and be like, look, can we buy one of your shopping carts, or do they legit steal one? Because I don't even think you can steal a shopping cart. I think they're just public property. Yeah, poor China. Things got real uncomfortable for her the following year and early 2001 when it was clear that Triple H had given himself a JJ upgrade, as they say. Oof, big stick. Wow, he broke like a curtain rod or something over Triple H. Road sign. Jeez. Vince is slipping and sliding. Be careful, Vince. I love everybody taking the helicopter bumps tonight. I want to see somebody get in it and fly that shit up into the crowd. That propeller might chop up a few people, though. But if it's upper deck people, you know, the world can spare a few of them, right? Won't be having any more little Stephanies. Jesus, Lawler. Yeah, this is before Vince has even left to go become the genetic jackhammer. He hasn't been the genetic jackhammer yet. I think he leaves in a couple years to go do some jackhammering. Yeah, a bunch of sandbags out there too. Jesus, man. It's got to be a lot of pressure too. You're going out for a 30-minute match against the owner. 2 months after, you had a guy paralyzed in the ring right there on SmackDown. I'm like, okay, like the whole entire the entire existence of the company is in your hands in this match. You have to protect and make sure Vince doesn't die. There's got to be some pressure, man. I don't even think Vince would mind if he got hurt, but getting like seriously hurt. I think if it looked good, Vince would be willing to get hurt, but oh, now that was a shot. Fucking Ralph's cart right to the face. Or Vaughn's, whatever you prefer. When I lived in North Carolina, my grocery store was Harris Teeter. But out here, it's Ralph's. I couldn't tell where that cart was from. Got enough with these trash cans already. Like, I'm in my mid-40s. I don't recall ever in my life ever seeing those metal trash cans outside of homes. Like, they were obsolete when I was born in the fucking 70s, man. And we saw one on TV, a bunch of them on TV at War Games. Like, who the fuck uses these trash cans? Restaurants aren't going to use metal. They're going to use industrial Rubbermaid bins. Most houses are going to use rubber. Oh, Triple H. Vince with the weirdest looking punch to that trash can. He's just got the worst form. Fundamentally, he does everything wrong, which I think is why he's so damn hilarious. He looks like a... Oh. He just looks like a dizzy, drunk dude who's completely lost. Chris Miner, thanks for that $4.99. Only 4 active wrestlers in a major promotion on the show. Thank you for looking this up. I usually try to think about that stuff. Matt Hardy, Chris Jericho, Billy Gunn, and Big Show. All kind of. Yeah, exactly. All in WWE. Yeah, I guess you're right on that one. Normally it's a lot more names than that when we watch these shows, but I guess you're right. I mean, Jericho really isn't super duper active, but he's still there. Oh, he hit him with the gun. Wow. Damn, Vince. It'd be pretty ironic to be killed by a gun that doesn't shoot you. Just beaten to death with it. Oh, yeah, Oscar the Grouch lived in one. And cities do use metal cans. I guess you're right. But still, like, to this day, though, really? Like, are those metal cans still out there on street corners? I would assume in, like, maybe really shitty areas, but other than that. In my childhood home, we didn't live in the greatest neighborhood in Michigan when I was first born, and I don't recall seeing those things there either. Oh, another helicopter bump. Irish whip into the helicopter. Not a phrase you hear often on pay-per-view. But the rudder, or the whatever that thing is, the flap, the wing. I just think that all wrestling promotions should retire the metal trash can. It's over. We get it. Find a new weapon that makes a loud noise. It doesn't look so fucking ridiculous in there. Triple H just tripping over barricades. Vince. Oh, the door's opening. Where are they going? You gonna get a bite to eat? Hey, Vince. Want to go to Burger King? Oh, check out that car there. I feel like that's a replay of Austin. There's somebody behind the wheel there. Or that truck, I should say. Oh, Damon Smith, your grocery store is Piggly Wiggly. I had some around me in North Carolina. I didn't go there, though. I did go into Food Lion a couple of times, though, but not Piggly Wiggly. Lasagna pans, all those things. Yeah, like those Helltail pans, and they also use the big like cookie sheets. I'm like, why is there cooking materials under the ring? Who's baking? Maybe The Rock. Where is he?
Where'd he go?
They bleeped something out there. Vince yelled, but I didn't hear it. It looked like he said asshole. Yeah, Regina Outlaws, they wrestled earlier. Retained over Rock and Sock. He's outside. Yeah, South Florida in December, it's probably 70 degrees out there at night. Oh, Winn-Dixie. I forgot about Winn-Dixie. That's old school. We had a few of those by my neighborhood in North Carolina back in the day, but I never went there either. I forgot about Winn-Dixie. He took off. Triple H took off. Look at these 99 cars. We got a Toyota Camry. We got a Mustang. What else we got? Crown Vic. Pontiac. Yeah, it's definitely a Pontiac. I had that car. That Civil Run. I had that Grand Prix. Except mine was red. Yeah, they got kitchen sinks and shit. It's probably just... Oh, there's Triple H. He's driving a Toyota Camry. Damn, that's like a nice for the time. That the year of that Camry is probably a 99. And they just tore it up. Oh. Where did that soda come from? Are there fans? I think a fan might have thrown something at him. Man, they are tearing up somebody's car, so I wonder if that's somebody's rental. They don't usually give Camrys for rentals, but it might be. It is kind of interesting, though. I mean, this is a little callback, like the fact that, because at this time, WWE did not know. They did not have it planned out that Triple H was going to be behind the attack. But I love that he used a car there, because it does point evidence to him. I'm surprised they never brought this up like a year later when Austin came back and like interrogated everybody to find out who ran him over. I'm surprised he didn't like, Triple H, take a look at this footage from last year's Armageddon. You tried to run over Vince McMahon. You ain't saying you tried to run over me too? He should have brought that up. Maybe he did. I don't know. I remember my grandfather passed away in the year 2000, and my grandmother told me, she's like, I'll just give you his car. He had a Crown Vic. She goes, I'll sell it to you for $10. But I already had a car, and my cousin, Ryan, was just starting college. He didn't have a car at all. I'm like, give it to Ryan. And so Ryan drove the Crown Vic, and he's such a hippie just to think of somebody like him driving a car like that. It was pretty funny. But he drove it like 2 years in college. She just gave it to us. Oh. Body slam on the limo. I like that the fans are out there watching. Huh. They're going to have quite the bill here for repairing these cars that they're fucking up. I don't know. I don't think so, JCS. I don't think they wanted it to be Triple H because they wouldn't have brought Rikishi in as the middleman anyway. And Triple H was starting his face run at that time in late 2000. He started getting over with the audience, and he had that deal with Kurt Angle, and it looked like he was veering that way. And I think WWE were just like, he's the only option we got type of thing. I don't think it was planned this far out. I thought WWE was thinking it might be The Rock, you know? And it felt like they made it up as they went along. Because it was going to be Triple H all along. There was no need to do that with Rikishi. You turned him heel for no reason. He didn't even last heel for that long. By the following year, they just moved him back babyface because the bad man just wasn't getting over. The bad man was pretty bad, man. So Dancing Rikishi came back. Invasion kind of went the same way, you know. They just didn't know what to do. They had no plan, and they made it up as they went along. And because of that, booking mistakes were made. Triple H made sense as the guy to be behind it all, but it wasn't it felt like they just decided to do it that way. Like, all right, he's the one that makes the most sense. But if they would have had this in mind all along, they could have done lots of little teases and hints, and they didn't. I think Triple H was naturally always a suspect, but they could have done so much more, basically, if they would have known here that he was going to be the guy. And just knowing what I know about wrestling and back then and how it was all going, it just didn't appear. It didn't appear to be long-term planned out. Where is Triple H going? Is he going to dive on Vince? That thing is moving a lot. Somebody's going to bump into something. They got some sort of crash pad set up here, don't they? They are way up there. Who takes this bump, Vince? Oh, God, Triple H has nowhere to step down. Jesus. Oh, yeah, Vince is going to bump. I don't even remember this bump. That wasn't even very good. That was so obvious what they were going to do. Hopefully Vince is all right. And Vince somehow gets up from all this? I think we got 8 minutes left? Yeah. The crowd has had to do a lot of watching. Oh, Vince bladed while he was down there. Oh, I was about to say, why is he bleeding from the head? But it's because Triple H rammed him. Oh, what was that? Oh, gas can. Holy shit. Now that sounded like it hurt. But see, what would be the difference of putting gas cans under the ring? Why would that be more weird than just a metal-ass trash can? Start sticking those things under there. Every now and then, put some gas in it. Oh, Shane did it much better. I was at SummerSlam 2000. I watched that bump in person off the staging there. Oh, no. Triple H has got the mic. Tell me how it feels, baby. She's feeling pretty good inside, Triple H. And you're going to feel pretty good inside of her later. Never mind. I'll shut up. Vince is crawling back.
He's done. But you will never have to ask yourself, who's your daddy? Because, baby, daddy's standing right here in front of you.
Oh, my God. Daddy's standing right here in front of you. Oh, my God, Hunter.
I can't believe the audacity of this. He does have balls the size of grapefruits. Does he ever stay down? Damn it, Vince. Go down.
God, Vince is just so uncoordinated. He's a fucking wet noodle is what Vince is. He's just so all over the place. He's the most uncoordinated motherfucker I think I've ever seen in my life. Wait till we talk about him dancing and singing Stand Back at the Slammies. You want to talk uncoordination? Oh, look at that. Look at your bleeding daddy. I love you, daddy. Tell him goodbye. Why is she not trying to stop Triple H? Tell him goodbye. So he's got Vince down. He's going to crush McMahon's skull, and don't do that. You can't murder a motherfucker. Oh, he's going to go get the sledge. Yeah, exactly. Like Vince would just join them at WrestleMania. Vince was healing babyface a lot during this time. It's like Stephanie gets in the ring at some point here. Oh, Vince with the nut shot. He gets a reprieve momentarily here. Oh, and he's got the lead pipe now. Or which it's probably just the plastic coping or piping that you'd use for plumbing. Hammer time. Oh, he's got the sledgehammer now. Stephanie. Oh, she wants to do it. I don't think the crowd knows that this finish is happening. They seem to be into her being like, yeah, let her do it. Oh, now she can't do it. So Stephanie like got a little chicken about it. Boom. Oh, wow. And he pins him with a boot on the chest. And Stephanie's doing a good job here. She's like, oh, I just got, you really believe that she just got a little scared and didn't have the guts to do it. I wish I could remember exactly if I had any idea this was happening. I'm usually good at sniffing out some swerves like this. Like I knew Jericho had a chance to win the Undisputed title. But here I still wasn't sure if we were going to see Stephanie too much on TV. Oh, my God. He's going to hit Stephanie. So good. You see Stephanie start to smile. The fans know it. I feel like they know. I love it. Yes. Oh, they're going crazy. Ha ha. That is pretty good. Pretty successful swerve. it was hard to think because you didn't. The one thing you got to understand too about Stephanie, at this time, you couldn't picture her as a heel. She was just sweet, innocent Stephanie that barely talked when she was on TV. Little did we know she had mountains of charisma inside of her that would really blossom when she became a heel. And she had that voice and that persona, and she played the spoiled brat princess so well. But here, you didn't know any of that yet. So I remember at the time saying, how are they going to get this bland, boring girl to be a heel? Those are the thoughts that went through stupid fucking Greg's head, not knowing that she was more than capable of being an asshole. Good stuff. It's all about those camera shots, getting that smile at the right time from Stephanie and the execution. And then I love to watch the crowd and see them realize it in real time what's happening. Like, oh, fuck, you know? Oh, snap. Why, King? Why? Poor Vince. Lost his daughter, lost the match. And they would start like making out on TV in front of him and shit. Oh my God. Oh, good. Up next, Armageddon 2000. Y'all want to watch that one too? I'd love to, but I got to have some dinner and do some stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, JR sold his hatred for Triple H like nobody I've ever seen. There was even recently, I think it was on social media, Twitter or somewhere, where somebody put together a compilation of JR just damning Triple H. Damn it, motherfucker, son of a bitch. You know, just tearing him apart. JR was not a fan of heel Triple H. Pretty funny. Yeah, exactly, Michael. Stephanie just had to kind of be herself to be a heel. She was a good one and a natural one. But, man, when this first happened, I remember thinking, I'm like, how are they going to get her to be a heel? You know what I mean? But, man, she would wind up doing so well with that. So anyway, that was a fun watch along. I want to thank you guys for your patience earlier on. For the first 30 minutes here, we had a couple of streaming buffering issues and interruptions. I turned off my TV. That seemed to help it. You know, I didn't lose internet. It was just maybe the connection was bad or something like that. So I apologize for those early problems, but otherwise we were able to watch the show with no issues. It was a lot of fun. And my next one I have planned, the link is already up on my channel right now. 1 week from tonight, we're going to watch Starrcade 1998. That's the Kevin Nash, Bill Goldberg match. Goldberg streak on the line against Nash, and probably a whole bunch of other cool stuff on that show as well. And then this coming Wednesday, we're going to be doing a Winter is Coming review. That's the next time you're going to see me. You might get a couple mic drops on the channel, but I'm not going to do a Raw review tomorrow night. I'm going out to dinner. And then on Wednesday, I'm not going to do a watch along of Dynamite. Going to do a review instead because I just want to watch Winter is Coming, watch Danielson and Page, and just be able to absorb that. We'll come up here and talk about it. Then I'll hit you guys with a Winged Eagle next week, and then 1 week from tonight, like I said, Starrcade 1998. And then 1 week after that, it's Starrcade 1993. December 30th, it's a Thursday. We're going to do a end-of-year Q&A. Send over your questions to goodmicwork@gmail.com if you want to participate in that, or you can just hang out that night and participate in the chat. It's going to be a fun hangout Q&A at the end of the year. And that's what you got to look forward to. And I forget the date now. I want to say it's December 22nd. I'm releasing a review of the Slammy Awards 1987 as well. And then we'll be up here New Year's Day to review day one. Lots of videos coming between now and January 1st. So it should be a fun next couple weeks on the channel. So you guys take care. Have a good rest of your Sunday night. If you are heading into work tomorrow morning, my condolences and best of luck to you. And I hope that Raw is not too painful. I probably will be watching a little bit of Raw tomorrow. I'm just not going to review it. I'll probably watch a little before I go off, do my thing. So I might be tweeting about it. Make sure you follow me over there at Good Mic Work and all that kind of good stuff. And I will catch you guys in just a couple of days for Winter is Coming. It's going to be fun. Y'all take care. Peace.